When fire crews arrived here just before 4 this morning, the Catholic church, built in the 50s, was already engulfed by flames. Officers suspect it was the work of an arsonist.
An evening's fishing ended in gunshots at the Bundaberg port. A scuffle broke out and the pair were shot in the legs before their attackers took off.
It was originally thought that the shooting was an attempted armed robbery gone wrong, but police say that may not be the case.
We lose people out of the community and they cannot be replaced. It's emotional for everyone that attends those scenes. If it's emotional for us, just think of the families that have lost their mothers, fathers, sons and daughters.
In just a matter of seconds, 2 families were left devastated. Their lives changed forever. A witness told 7 News he tried to resuscitate the 8-year-old girl inside the sedan, but he says she died soon after.
I knelt down next to a little 8-year-old girl who won't be seeing Christmas.
A male with the same description.
It was a mad dash to try and catch the man who claimed he was armed. Attempted armed robbery at the Commonwealth Bank and armed robbery at the post office in February this year was spectacularly unsophisticated and extremely poorly executed. He grabbed an employee by the neck and pushed her towards the teller. He then threatened to shoot a staff member in the head.
And then insisted on money, saying he would shoot somebody if he didn't get any money.
We got the male on the ground restrained.
The wild storm only lasted for around half an hour. This morning, the destruction was clear.
It's really sinking in now that we can see it and see how lucky we really were.
Aerial assaults are continuing to attack this blaze from above for a second day as strong winds fan this blaze.
You think it's under control and then it flares up again.
But as flames towered above the line of defence, responders were forced to retreat.
Late this afternoon, conditions worsened and residents east of the railway corridor were told to evacuate.
The police diving unit came from Brisbane to search the creek.
Can't feel anyone inside.
His body was found by fishermen 3 kilometres downstream in Mullet Creek on Friday.
It was a wanted person. It could be anything from unlicensed to a warrant.
A 7 News cameraman spotted the man and led officers to a nearby cane field.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
The man was put in the back of a police car and taken away for questioning.
Officers from the Greyhound Police Task Force arrived at the Coonah Road Reserve shortly after lunch today. They reportedly found the bodies of 55 greyhounds, their carcasses burnt and dumped.
This is the only legitimate road in and out of Deepwater and Baffle Creek. Locals are hoping the fire emergency convinces the government to build a new road.
Police say they'll continue the search until dusk, but they're not losing hope he will be found on the island.
The region's officers say they're ready to jump into action, but they don't want to have to.
Taking refuge on the roof for more than an hour.
Held on and went for a ride because the car was floating.
And with more wild weather expected this summer, they're warning motorists not to take unnecessary risks.
Emergency workers are still shocked at how the man managed to survive the crash. The 62-year-old had just taken off in his Jabiru when things quickly took a turn for the worse.
I'm just very thankful to be alive.
Conditions on the water yesterday were far from ideal, but it seems 2 yachties were oblivious to the wild weather.
ENG only affects 5% of Australian sugarcane, but if a crop is infected, it can destroy up to 60%.
Residents and business owners are also urged to install security cameras to deter criminals or help police identify them.